there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's Saturday, it's Slabberday, and we're going to play with some comic slabs. That's what we're doing. Normally, I would call up to Chris. Chris had a concert to go to, so we call in the greatest third man there is, ladies and gentlemen, big time Becker. And it's not just me saying it, you know, it's YouTube Illustrated is saying it too.
It's just you.
Welcome, Becker, to the show. Happy to have you with us. We brought in a guest as well. We brought in a veteran of the show. So that way you can help feel at ease, because I know you don't get the same reps that you'd like sometimes.
I try to stay as flexible as Frank Dukes to answer the call.
That is quite flexible.
To answer the call when Chris needs me to fill in.
Well, we got Slick Jolly with us. Brian, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much.
It's always good to have flexibility. I have to be honest about that. That helps you in a lot of ways in life.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I have a feeling of the three of us, you're probably the most flexible.
I don't know.
I might have to find out.
When I was 5, and I assume that I have lost none of those abilities.
Right. Those skills transferred all the way through life, irregardless.
Last time I tried to somersault, it worked.
Was it intentionally or?
Oh yeah, it was in tumbling class.
Excellent. All right. Well, before we get into the whole comic book origin story, some slabs, we are required by law, YouTube law, to play Romper Room.
Romper Bomper, Stomper Boo, tell me do. Magic Mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
Well, the Crucius is here. Hooray! And Heroes for Hire Comic Book Club says, roll that beautiful slab footage. Shop for Comics afternoon. Yes, slabaholics. I like donuts. Hello, Rob. Happy Slabberday to all. One day I'll win the greatest drawing of them all. It could happen. Jean-Blo, good afternoon, everybody. Unboxing with Wayne. Hello from jolly old England. Let's see here. We got Phil Ailing. Hello again, all. Let's see here. Mad Spidey. Boom. Let's freaking go. Or looking for a group. Whichever. Doesn't matter. Mad Spidey is definitely in the house. Spidey, we're going to give you the really big one. But first, let me throw up the TV 14 DLS as we hit the big one for Mad Spidey.
Hello. That's not what it looks like.
All I know is that man takes some vacation and he gets super generous. Thank you so much, Mad Spidey. And of course, if you're not here and you guys don't understand what's going on, well, 100% of the channel revenue here goes to Comics Curing Cancer, an official campaign of the American Cancer Society. So all the super chats and everything else go to help our fight. How does it help exactly? Well, all throughout the campaign, we do a lot of shipping and all those that cost money. Rather than take the money out of the donations that go to the ACS, instead, all the channel revenue here funds all of the shipping costs and shipping supplies associated with our campaign throughout the year, with any leftover balance at the end of the year going into the American Cancer Society donation pot. So last year's shipping budget was close to about $3,000. So really it helps out a lot.
Is that all?
That's it. Yeah, just that. Let's see here. That doesn't count like the boxes and stuff that you have laying around that you use and you reuse and stuff, trying to cut down on the money. We got Bat Dan, evening from next door to Wayne. Well, that's great. You guys should have a watch party. Bleecker Street Comics. Holy shit, I know that guy. Hey, Beckerman.
Hi, Bleecker.
Beckerman in the house. TM Nerdy says the best substitute co-host. JSS Brooklyn. Good afternoon, all. Hey there, nerdy. Let's see here. Charmaine Deacon, hello all. Cliff on Comics, happy Slabberday with that $4.99 super chat. We really appreciate you, Cliff. Cliff, this one is for you. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. I said the comic collector coach. Happy Saturday, everyone. Let's see. The most beautiful woman in all the world. And she doesn't pay me to say that, but she does have a special place in my heart. My wife, Mary Frenzy, here. Fine assortment of beards today. Thank you. Thank you very much, dear. Although I'm curious about you checking out other guys' beards.
I mean, we could do a contest and find out which one she likes best.
Well. One has handlebars to hold on to, so there we go. Let's see here. I don't like comics. Hey, Rob Fastsack, thanks for yesterday. You and the crew was crazy funny. So much great times. If you don't know, he's talking about. I'm assuming because I get confused. Yesterday Fridays are a blur for me. They start very early. But I believe it was on Saturday night or Friday night. Would have been Black Sheep Comic Club. The low grades rather. Otherwise, I guess maybe it could have been Legion of Comics. Either way, hey, we great time. Absolutely. I
don't know how you do it. Aren't you up at like 6 o'clock in the morning? On
I
Fridays?
had 3. Oh no. So Friday mornings for the Legion chat, I wake up at 4 in the morning because I'm on the West Coast. So it starts at 4:30 a.m. my time. And then the low grades starts around 7 p.m. my time. And then I work in between. And it was like a 14-hour day at work. So yeah, it was a 3 pots of coffee day.
You're a nut.
It's a good day.
I crashed hard last night. Izzy, channel member for 29 months, says per Comics Illustrated and Flippers report. There you go. Dagger Cards, I love veterans. We all appreciate and love veterans. Thank you very much, sir. Don't forget to greet everybody individually. Still under the weather, so coughing a lot. Mr. Comics 89 reporting for slab duty after lawn duty. That's what you came back from Korea for, right? Was to mow the lawn.
He said duty.
Price of freedom.
There you go. Look at that. Circumstances. Backerman.
My dear friend Marcus.
Danny H. Card Collector. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming and joining us here. The Adventurous Joe. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. I've been uploading videos for next week. I understand. I was editing videos before this. Kingdom of Nerds. Hello, all. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Mikey Syrup is the Pedro Pascal of the CBC. He's everywhere. God damn, that's a handsome man.
Yeah, Nicky Pancakes is a way better looking fella.
He's probably flexible as well.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Like Frank, too. Listen, Van Damme learned how to do this from Nicky Pancakes. Like, he does the full-on, like, the lifting routine with the 2 chairs and the legs spread across it.
I believe it. Chris Bell, member for 23 months, says, Izzy ruined my flex. I'm sorry.
He does that.
Marcus, member for 30 months. I can't believe you have a comic celeb Beckerman. You know, I can pull that kind of, it's one of those things. The show's been on long enough. I can pull that kind of heft to get a Beckerman on.
There's a lot of heft here, so good luck pulling it.
It's tough to land a celebrity like you. I mean, you sit there and I just flip around. There you are, just casually hanging out with comic book greats talking about movies and hanging out on the couch. I mean, so it's like you're in like that.
They had me at free pizza.
Probably that easy myself. Still only 35 cents. Gifted 20 Fat Stacks memberships. Holy Toledo. Sweet jumping Jehoshaphat. And I don't have it up today to be able to look, so I'm gonna have to pull it up while Oh, why don't you do that for me real quick while I continue to go through the chat here?
Is that our second Aussie generosity for today?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I should have done that for Bruce last week, but I will do, it should count just the same as getting a special one. So 20 memberships. I'm going to get you this one here, Dave.
Do you get free refills with that?
Thank you so
Would
much.
you like me to
Yes,
read
go
the
ahead.
list? So we have Dagger Cards, Jimmy Jam 23, World War Comics, House of L Comics, Pooch Man, Holler and Matt, JD Lena Vogs, one of my biggest fans, Marty Myrick, Whack Comics, Big Easy, Brian 12ish, Nerdy Geeks Comics, Robert Monroe Jr., Stephen Lucky, I guess he was, Tate Prime, Hector Ortiz, Chris Delbar, Protosex, Dr. Huge Show, and I Have Comic Issues all got Rob Fatstacks memberships.
Thank you all so much. Make sure you thank Dave for your memberships. I'm going to tell you that henchman clip is going to be super long next week because we've been you guys generous donors last 2 weeks. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Raging Cajun Comics, Black Sheep Comic Club. Let's go Slabberday. Thank you. Make sure you check out Raging Cajun Comics on Fridays for Friday in the afternoon. Great show there. That's right. See here,
Real
Tate
quick,
Prime.
Mad Spidey. I just want it noted. I only used my phone because Rob needed me. This is approved.
Okay. Tate Prime saying hello to everybody. Thank you so much for swinging in there. Happy Slabberday. You got a membership. That would be a great clip. I should have that done in the style that you got mail. You got a membership. Let's see here. People going, whoa, Dave. Taylor Winder. Hey, geeks, dweebs, nerds, and outcasts. I think that's us. Let's see. Thank you. Hello, gentlemen, from Jeffrey Castro. Dave's are awesome. Such kindness. Congrats, Dave. The Archivist Adrift waving in, saying hello. Christina Payne. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Remember to She-Hulk that thumbs up button. Absolutely. Biggie Shack says, I'm a Beckerman guy. Aren't we all?
I'm a Biggie
If
Shack
not,
guy.
If not, we should be. Brock Ness Monster. Hey, I'm here live for once. Almost always watching the replay. Well, I appreciate that you watch the replay if you're not here live. Let's see. Comic Collect Coach Marty Myrick. Hey, everyone. Let's see. I want to make sure we get through here. Leafy Substances, Stephen C. in the house. Hello, everybody. Marty Alechko's here. He says, I'm a little late. I'm on Mexico time. Well, if you're down in Mexico instead of Canada, I hope that you're staying cool and staying safe. I missed free pizza at Legion yesterday. Let's see here. Marty Alechko drops $2 super chat. Viva la Mexico. Cancer sucks down here too as well. That is true. Thank you so much. This one is for you, Marty.
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
See, the real James Willie, not that fake James Willie. He's here. He's saying hello to everybody. This margarita is for you, Nick. Let's see, the immortal Biggie Chic. Rob, I'm bidding on a Hulk 3. Say goodbye to my life savings. Oof. Yeah, that would be definitely a spicy meatball, but it's worth worth adding to the collection. Let's see here. We got anybody else I need to say hello to? I want to make sure. I think we're at 15 minutes into the show. I think we've said hello to everybody. If I missed anyone, I am super sorry. It's completely unintentional, but I do want to get to the show. Pop up Brian here to the big screen, 25 Perez walking in and saying hello, and Robert Monroe. Come on, folks, hit that like button. Absolutely. Give us a little love. That helps on the replay algorithm stuff. Brian, before you show your first book, now I understand that you found yourself one time being experimented on and exposed to all kinds of horrible stuff until your body mutated into the fine comic collector you are today. Tell us about your comic book origin story.
Well, I started off, I was a kid of the 80s. I found comics in the 90s. I took a break in the 2000s, and I found them again in the 19s and 20s. So right before COVID. So that's kind of a simple, succinct way of
it works. It's a story many of us can relate to.
Right. My limbs regenerated when I found comics again.
As they generally do. Phenomenal.
My favorite comics growing up were Hulk, Spawn, and the Batman, but mainly Batman from the animated series. That was the cartoon that I grew up watching every Saturday. I have it on DVD. Good. So good. I still look back on that so fondly. I love that whole series there. And I call myself about a 50-50 reader and collector. What got me back into comics again was reading. And then the collecting kind of followed with that, and mainly followed by what I like to read. So that's kind of how I got back in, and how it finds me here today.
That's phenomenal. Well, let's get into some slabs then. What you've been on before, you've shown some slabs. I know you did your research because you were telling me you didn't want to bring on any duplicates and such. Yeah. What did you decide when you're queuing up your books was the first one you're going to hit these folks with today?
Well, so I'm just going to preface this with I've done a ton of research and reading and stuff like that, and prep work for this show. This is I've been looking forward to this for 2 months. I think I told you last time that I ended up buying books just to be on the show because I kind of wanted them, but I'm this was kind of motivated me to pull the trigger. So
oddly, this is not the first time we've heard this story.
No. I know. I think you told me that the last time, and I went even deeper this time. So it should be a lot of fun.
Do you feel betrayed that Kristen chose not to be here today?
Well, Chris is going to be very jealous because there is a book later on that I bought literally just for him.
You hear that, Chris?
And then I what the themes are going to be: second appearances. And also going to be late. I'm going to call it a broad category of labels. So
nice. It's
both of those two things are going to be kind of going towards his wheelhouse. So him not being here is probably going to be eating away at him for a little.
That's the way to do it. Make him feel guilty. All right, let's do it. Let's rip that Band-Aid off and let's stick it in the wound.
All right, well, let's start off. There's 2 books I'm going to start off with that aren't related to either of those categories, but they're just kind of really, I'm just really proud to own these books. So here's the first one.
Yeah!
Now you will notice that there is the actual number box for the comic is missing. This is the Golden Record reprint.
Still,
this is a really interesting book. So I got this from my comic shop Raw as a 4.0. That's what they said it was. And it didn't come with the record, which I'm still going to hunt down a record at some point. I really want to have that along with this book. But it was I gave it to one of my local dealer friends who also does cleaning and pressing on the side. You may remember him. He went viral a little while ago where he was banging the slabs on the counter. Like he was taking all the different slabs, PSA, CBCS, and CGC, and banging them on his desk. And he's shattered CGC slabs, but the PSA ones were just fine. So he went viral for a little bit, but he took this book, and you can see he knocked it up 3 grade levels by working on it. And I was just stunned when he pulled this out of the submission and handed it over to me. So
yeah, it helps that that my comic shop tends to be very conservative with their grades, but still, even if it was a solid 5 to go from a 5 to a 7, that's one hell of a phenomenal chunk. Oh man.
Yeah. The Thor really drew me back in with the Jason Aaron run. I bought all of the trades for all of that, read them all through. I just absolutely loved that storyline and his writing for his run on there. So it really motivated me to have that book.
So if you get the LP, will you listen to it?
My one friend has a record player. So if I do, and I think my brother might actually too. So if I do get the LP, I will listen to it. Yes.
Nice. I think it was I think it was WonderCon last year. Dave, still only 35 cents. I think it was this one. I think he found it on record at the show. It was crazy. 7.0. I thought you were going to flex today. That's awesome. I love the Golden Record reprints. Absolutely. I think that they're great when you talk about.
And it's still a 1966 book. You know what I mean?
There he goes. He says lovely stuff. Still considering whether to get his is sealed on record. It is crazy find. Yeah. All right. Awesome, man. That's a nice book. I love that.
All right. My next one is some original art.
Banger.
Ooh.
So this artist, I don't exactly know the exact pronunciation of her first name. It's either Adriana or Adriana Mello. She's done some work on the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy runs. She did ASM 607, which is that classic J. Scott Campbell cover with Black Cat on the cover. So I've met her on numerous occasions. I met her at Baltimore a couple of years ago, and she did this commission for me. And it's easily one of my top comics in my collection. Oh, there's a competition going on. There's a competition.
Holy heck.
Wow.
Do you need me to go to the list, Rob, or is 50 too many?
No, you know what? We should recognize them because they're not going to be on the membership list this week. So let's recognize them. Meanwhile, while you do that, I am going to get a clip here for our man, Bruce. Thank you so much for your generosity, sir. This one is for you. Dagger says you better hydrate, Beckerman.
All right, here we go. We've got Trev the Shipping Guru, Cali Comics, Taylor Winder, Sean Arain, Kingdom of Nerds. Oh, that he was just talking. The Mad Respect, Joshua Davis, Space Case Collectibles, Gotham City Underground. Slick Jolly just got a membership. Southern Comic Geek, Comic Ozzy, Aggressively Relaxing, and Las Cruces, Green Machine, Canadian Survivalist, Christina Payne, Mr. Comics 89, Bleecker Street Comics, Longshanks Comic Laird, David Holly 99. Oh, wait, what, why? JJD, Sequential Art Overlord, Jamal Wright 86, Charles Polaro, Comic Addict, Steve White, Nullroy 01. Let's see. Danny H. Card Collector, Joshua Oliver, Loch Nguyen, 1063 Comics, Charmine Deacon, Rob Willis, Brian Barrick, Super Cracker, Joffrey Castro, Valkyrie Evangel, Euro Trash Fan 1973, Kenneth Bird, Tino 73, Jedi Batman 1888, Anthony Palicki, the Spider-Man guy Murph, Mary Frenzy. Mary Frenzy is now a supporter of this channel.
Yes.
Dustin Markey, Chris Muniz, and Beth. Oh God, there's more. Chop and Drop, Bleecker Street. Oh, well, Chop and Drop was the last one. There we go.
Little did Beckerman know he'd be reading a speech today. We got Chris skipped today because he didn't know because he can't read.
Chris doesn't have to deal with this.
So I'm so happy that everybody picked today to make all these big donations. This is great. I'm very honored.
Thank you guys also, Wedge. Oh, that's amazing. All right. Brian, let's get back to this. Yeah, you laugh now. Wait till next week. You guys are sitting through the henchman scroll that just
it's gonna be like the Star Wars scroll. Like
either it's got to become like a minute and a half long, or it's gonna be it'll be 30 seconds, and the names are gonna go by so fast you'll never get a chance to see it.
Right? Jeez Louise.
All right, Brian, next book.
All right.
Buddy.
So we're this is the point where I want to just kind of emphasize to everyone, I would like you to pay attention. Okay, I'm not going to tell you why, but I think it's important that you pay attention here. So we're starting the second appearances section of the show, and this is inspired a bit by the OnlySlabs shows that I've watched over the years. Rob, your Only My Slab shows. It's just been, kind of came to this idea for me that I would just like to start by collecting some of these second appearances, and we'll start off with Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
So the Harley Quinn thing has a really interesting story. This is her second appearance out of continuity in comics. So everybody knows that the Alex Ross famous Batman Harley Quinn trade kind of is her first appearance in continuity. But this was the one that the Batman Adventures / Batman the Animated Series is how I first came to know Harley Quinn all those years ago. And I was talking to my wife last night about how many comics I have of some of my favorite characters in kind of my cover, non-reading, but my cover collection. And she's my highest. I have about 75 to 80 comics with Harley Quinn.
And you kind of read the right label for me, so I thank you because I'm a little tuckered after all of these.
I don't want you to pull a muscle there, Becker.
Well, it's actually funny. The label of this, I mean, CGC is all over the map when it comes to stuff on labels. This one doesn't actually say that, and
what does the right label say? Right side of the label say?
It says the origin of Harley Quinn out of DC continuity. It doesn't say that it's your second appearance. It's fascinating sometimes.
Sometimes those second and thirds, they don't, it has to really, they seldom do that except on really older books or I like to say major characters, but Harley Quinn is a major character at this point in time in DC's world. So, but yeah, no, that's a great book. I get mine. Mine had a ride between 9.4s and 9.6s as I had it graded and regraded and then having it signed and then having to have it fixed because the freaking grade, or had all kinds of, it's crazy, but it's a great book to have. Absolutely. One of the many origins of Harley Quinn.
I picked that up from one of my comic dealers.
Nice.
Dealers. You want to make sure that it's well known that those things are separate. But I will say there were like 4 comic dealers who I primarily buy most of my comics from. Yeah,
nice.
He was one of them. And so we're going to move on to another one.
This guy.
So this is the second appearance of Thanos. So it's really interesting. This whole you can see he's on the cover here in the corner. It's his first cover appearance as well. So Iron Man 55 is well recognized. Captain Marvel 25, he has a very brief cameo. So they don't call it an appearance. So they made this, at least Key Collector anyway, made this his second official appearance.
I mean, he probably won't be much of a character anyway. So I mean,
one of the things I really appreciate about this is the custom label. I just really love that. It's just an epic custom label for him. And so since he's one of my favorite characters to begin with, it just kind of made sense.
I'm surprised that CGC got that label right. I mean, I would have expected, based on some of my past experience with their labels, that the frickin' the gauntlet would have been under the hollow foil.
Yeah, that's they move a little extra space to the.
Yeah, sometimes they
the
forget
right
to
of
do that.
Yeah, but so this was and it's just crazy that this is in such good condition.
Clobbering time there, Becker. It's clobbering time.
Oh God. Okay, I thought you were about to tell me that there were more.
No. But we did get DVH pop in. Sorry, I'm late. Extra £2 for the Beckerman effect. I'll take it. If we're going to get that Beckerman effect, then we might
actually. If you say the Beckerman effect in a hospital in the U.S., that actually gets you tested for diabetes.
Oh, so maybe we should. Maybe we should just call it the
just
Becker
so you
rub.
know. Be careful when you say that.
We're getting the Becker rub. How's that? Oh, wait a second. That might be the wrong
That's
thing.
a whole other thing. Yeah.
I bet she gives great helmet.
Kiss me. No.
Lord helmet, what? You're needed on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
I'm glad that DVH is here. I have a book that is is for those from the UK, those members.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was featuring an owl.
It does not feature an owl, but it's that's near the end of the show, so he has to stay the whole time. So
don't worry, he's a supporter.
Excellent. All right, we're going to move on to another one.
Hey.
So this is a Mega Man number 5. It's one of those second appearances where the character is not on the cover. So this particular comic is just it's easy to pass it by and not know that this is the second appearance of Lobo. And so I just like one of the things that I read the first 6 issues of the Mega Man run, and I really loved that comic, but I was really kind of drawn in by his first appearance and kind of the horror aspect of that comic. But Lobo is a very complicated and complex character, and if you read his number 1 and some of his other comics, you really get to know that.
I will admit I know very little of Lobo.
I was more into the 90s series, but then I got in trouble for having it because if you remember, that one was like for mature audiences, and my mom caught me with a copy of it and thought it was like a naughty book or
Giving
something.
yourself the Beckerman rub.
Yeah. Hey-o, made it come.
Whoa. Do we have the MA sticker back up on the corner there yet?
You don't have to do that at the beginning of the show.
They've been warned.
All right. So now we're going to move on to a cover I think most will recognize.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Never heard of him.
It's a pretty busy cover, Rob.
It is a very busy cover. So this is the second appearance of Black Cat. She's in a very the top center panel, very small. This is one of those busy covers from that age of comics. And I because I'm on the East Coast, I see Al Milgrom at a lot of conventions, and so one of the I remember there was a show like a couple of times ago that everybody was joking about the slab cracker. Like there was a guy who just he gets slabs and he cracks them all, and he shows them on the show and then he cracks them immediately after or something like that. So I hope it's not against for me to show this book and then say I'm probably going to crack it and have Al Milgrom sign it at the next con I see him at. But
I don't. As long as you're not cracking it here on the show, I don't know what you do. It's your book. Do what you want with it.
Yeah, it's one of those old CGC labels are kind of
it's not hard to crack at all. It just pops apart when you sneeze on it.
Do it with one hand.
What kind of lunatic goes around cracking slabs? Mad Spidey.
If you read, I saw when I bought this run, I started reading these and the whole Black Cat stop. There's a reading order, and one of the things that was really interesting about the early iterations of Black Cat character is that very female stereotype for that age of like very dependent, obsessed kind of character. And one of the things that I was doing research about Black Cat before the show was that they reinvented her character many times over the years, and the more modern interpretations I've really come to really love.
Yeah, a lot of guys didn't know how to write females back in those times.
All right, we should recognize this one.
Oh yeah. This is a second appearance of the letter X, right?
Letter X. Yes. This is the first appearance of Weapon X, which is what they actually say in the label, but it is the second appearance of Deadpool. And so it's really interesting. Like I've had this book numerous times over the years, but never really had it slabbed so that I could have it, because Deadpool obviously is one of my favorite characters. So actually owning this was one of those goals. But the Weapon X program was, the Garrison Kane character, Wolverine, Deadpool all came out of that Weapon X program, and that whole storyline is really interesting.
Wasn't he originally called Weapon Y? Garrison Kane, yeah, I think he might have been. I don't remember. I just know he did the go gadget fist, the rocket fists that detached. It was very 90s.
ChatGPT seems to think that this was kind of the launch of Liefeld's whole image universe of the X-Force being like that commando team that went out and was offensive and hunting down bad guys kind of storylines.
Okay, I don't want to go full nerd here, but Garrison Kane was one of those characters. Cable was one of those characters that, had they not been later slated for New Mutants and X-Force, Rob Liefeld, before he took the New Mutants job, wanted what was at the time called the Young Avengers job, but then became the New Warriors. So Cable would have been a New Warrior. Garrison Kane would have been a New Warrior. Just saying, what could have been, folks?
Wow, might have been. Mark's deemed you Weapon B.
I have a book for Legion later on too, so he's got to stick around.
All right, well there we go.
All
right, this one I think people will recognize.
Never heard of this guy. Who's this on the cover? Who signed it? I mean,
it's one of the biggest signatures I think I've seen on a comic. It's like half the bottom of the book.
Oh, really? You haven't had a Frank Miller then?
I have not. That is one artist and writer who I have not had on the signature.
That's a special signature.
So this is the second appearance of Spawn in comics, but this is also the first appearance of another character I grew up with, Violator. Really like the Violator character. So most remember. So this comic started around when I was really getting into comics, and it was there when I left comics. It was there when I got back, and when I got back, it was about around the 301 time frame when they were winning the award for the longest creator-owned comic run. And
I say Violator. I didn't even know her. That's a big sig.
It's a big sig, and it's like the really bright white too.
That Todd Father could be hot someday.
Okay, so this one was inspired directly by you and your Only My Slabs show, Rob.
Okay,
so you'll appreciate this one.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah.
Yes. Second appearance of Poison Ivy.
It is, again, another second appearance where she is not on the cover. And so it's easy to run by this one and not know that it's going on. But I definitely read this. I have a reader copy of this book, and I read it. It's great to read these stories either before you slab them or if you have a reader copy afterwards. But really nice grade copy of this from a long time ago. It really is a good story and a good read and a good character that I've followed many times over the years. But believe it or not,
the idea that Batman's kicked back in the lounge watching himself on TV.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, and he looks very relaxed, which I'm pro relaxing. So
believe it or not, she doesn't show up in comics again for another 5 years after this. They didn't know what to do with her character.
No, it makes well, yeah. So there you go. That's the moral. We'll take that lesson for all the people like Taylor Winder who give shit about Punchline. Just know she's still got another 3 years before we consider whether or not she's due really to be used again. Then,
right? But the standalone run that's been going on now is a really good read, and not only that, but it has some of the most epic cover art that you will see in modern comics.
For Ivy, yeah,
and a pretty trippy story at times, like kind of the psychedelic journey of Poison Ivy.
Yes. Yeah, and that environmental kind of hero kind of story that they positioned her with, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
All right, here's one I think you'll all appreciate.
Oh God, Peter hit me!
Yeah.
Ow!
I love this book. The significance of it is not lost on me.
Can you read the right side of the label?
Well, this is a custom label, so I have to go to the back.
You're killing me, man.
It's the second appearance of Iron Man. The armor changes from gray to gold.
First appearance of the gold armor.
Yes.
He remembered he was rich.
I love the golden armor on Iron Man.
I do too. It's a classic. I'll bring some of that. I'm gonna kind of bring some of that back later in the show as well. I have
nice.
They're kind of little interesting thing that I think everyone will really love. This so the Iron Man character is my dad's favorite character, and so I've been working on building a comic run for him over the years, and so this one just kind of popped up one time on a Facebook post. And I jumped on it immediately because I just couldn't believe that I could potentially own this. It's amazing.
That's actually one of those things. Like, I don't know if you know about this, Becker, but obviously we know the first appearance, very expensive book. And it's always amazing that on some of these major characters, how affordable a second appearance can be for you. So, Becker, if you were to guess, if you were at a con on the con floor looking to pick up this book in a 3.5 range, roughly, 3.5, yeah. What do you think that's going to run you?
I'm going to wait till the chat helps me on this one because I have no clue where this book's at in value.
Just take a random guess.
Is it? Can you give me a hint?
It's
3 figures or 4?
It's not 4 figures.
Then I'm gonna go with a very safe 750.
You would be overpaying at $7.50 for this book. This
Taylor
book
Winder says $3.99.
Well, that would be you'd steal it for that price. Yeah. This book actually right now in the 3.5 is going for right around $500. We have a recent sale of a 3.0 at $4.99
the closest
and a 4.0 at $5.10. So I'm saying I'm going to say the middle ground there at about $500 is pretty safe.
Heroes for Hire comic club there has won this edition of Slabberday Price is Right.
Right, and I understand that $500 to some people is not necessarily affordable. And when I say affordable, I mean in the grand comparison to, say, Tales of Suspense 39, right? Obviously, there's a big difference there. Actually, on this book, you'd be surprised, Beckman. You actually don't. You can go as long as you want to stay under 4 figures, you can go all the way as high as a 6.5 based on recent sales and be under 4 figures. But it does start accelerating real quick after that. So very interesting.
I can definitely say I did not pay that for this book, which you would believe. I didn't pay more than $500. I can tell you that's why I jumped on it immediately.
There's a YouTube show idea. The price is wrong, bitch.
All right, I'm down to my last 2 before the break, so bring this one up.
Nice recent book here. Very good.
Yep, this is Department of Truth number 2, signed by Martin Simmons and James Tynion. It's so Department of Truth is my favorite current modern read. It's an amazing book. If I counted up the number of covers that I have for Department of Truth, that's second to Harley Quinn, and not by much. I just love these covers. This is the second appearance of Cole Turner, the second appearance of Ruby, and the second appearance of the woman in the red dress. And it's the first appearance of the Star-Faced Man and Dr. Tinfoil Hat.
I love these names. Dr. Tinfoil Hat.
Yep.
I thought that was Legion of Comics.
No, he's Mr. Tinfoil Hat.
Mr. Yeah, he didn't.
He hasn't. He didn't complete his doctorate
yet. Yeah. Much to the chagrin of his family.
All right, and the last one here is a surprise. I had this one in my collection, and that's kind of one of the reasons that I was inspired to do this particular theme of second appearances. And so,
nice.
Hello, nurse.
So, believe it or not, this is the second appearance of Mephisto, which I never knew until I looked it up.
No.
If only there was a shirt.
And that's the only reason this book is huge. This book blows up all the time for a second appearance. It's crazy that's why people buy it. I can't believe that Mephisto's that exciting to people, but he is.
Slick Jolly, would you pray tell give us the right side of this label?
So it says classic cover, Silver Surfer versus Thor cover in battle, origin of Silver Surfer retold, Loki appearance, Hulk, Thing, Odin, Hercules, Zeus, and Heimdall cameos.
So no mention of Mephisto, but it does.
It's fascinating.
Classic cover.
Yeah.
It was so I had this comic I've had the entire time growing up and all the way through my comic collection. It's I had to, when I got into graded comics, I had to have this slab. It's been in my collection for a very, very long time. Wonderful comic. When I looked up, so if you ask, it's really interesting if you ask ChatGPT to tell you anything about some of these classic covers. It'll even go into some of the history of the Silver Surfer character, which I never, like, it was saying, I never knew this, that like Silver Surfer was almost phased or framed in a religious sense. Same with Mephisto, and really fascinating.
Now, it's funny because I've built a bot specifically a custom GPT specifically for comic stuff, but mine is has a archivist element to it. So every book you ask it about, it then tells you goes into detail about the type of paper it's printed on and the best ways to store it, as to whether or not it needs what type of bags and boards are best for it. And it's always interesting sometimes when what you think is common for a particular book, it actually tells you the reasoning why that's not the right bag or board for a particular book and stuff. It's pretty bizarre. But anyways, that's a great first half.
So, real quick. So this is, I had one more part to this. So I asked everybody to pay attention. Now I want to start with you two guys. Which book do you think is the least amount of money for a second appearance compared to their first appearance, and which one is the most money for their second
as a delta between the two?
Yep.
The gap. Which one is the biggest gap?
Deadpool first and second appearance is a huge gap, as I recall.
But in terms of dollar amount, it's got to be Iron Man, right?
So I did the ratio. Percentage. I did the ratio, okay. the percentage. So, yep.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that Silver Surfer 4 is going to be actually more valuable than.
Yeah, it's probably the smallest gap is where with second appearance of Mephisto versus first appearance and then the largest gap I think is going to be Deadpool.
Man, I thought that was going to be a lot more tricky. You're both correct about that. So I ran some numbers. This is the Go Collect FMV. So $46 is the FMV for X-Force number 2 compared to $900 for a 9.8 for that book. So a 20x multiple on the value. Silver Surfer number 4 was a tricky one because that one's actually negative 3x. So for that grade, 160 you can get the Silver Surfer number 3 in that grade, and it's $425 for a 3.
Yeah. Awesome. That's a great piece of information. I love that. That's a great little trick on there. We're gonna go into our giveaway portion here. Let's throw. Well, actually, before I throw it up though, I'm gonna run the henchman. This is as of yesterday, so it doesn't include our 70 new members that joined the channel. Thank you guys, the henchmen who are
like an entire NFL team just joined.
What's great is that's going to be one hell of a pool for the giveaway. Oh, for when we do the henchman of the month giveaway. Anyways, henchman for yesterday. A little bit longer than it was before. Wait till next week, folks. But hey, throw up the hashtag second appearance. That's your ticket to get in for the greatest giveaway box in all YouTube. We're going to take a short box stuffed full of keys. We're going to reach in there. We're going to pull out 6 books and send them off to one lucky winner. No need to enter a billion times because only one entry per account gets registered. So we're going to pull that in just a moment. Get that hashtag in there. In the interim, let's see if these fine gentlemen have anything that they'd like to promote. Brian, got anything on the horizon that you want to promote for folks? Oh, damn, I didn't have your ticker up or anything.
That's okay. So I'm mainly active on Instagram. So that's where when I go to any of the bigger cons, I will post some of the opportunities that I have to get signatures or books that I pick up or original art that I'm able to commission. So I post mainly on Instagram, and that's how.
Link down below in the description.
Yeah, it's so yeah. I really enjoy trolling Instagram. It's also where I end up buying a lot of comics somehow.
What a great way to beat that tax man. Am I right?
No comment.
Oh, yes, I self-report my taxation to the government, I swear. Beckerman, how about yourself, sir?
Oh, you know me. I pop up all sorts of places. One you'll always find me at is on Bleeker's Church on Sundays. So, yeah, if you wanted to find me, that would... Unless you're the tax man, I'm not there.
Well, it's okay. It's in Canada and it's church.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's all sorts of separations there.
Awesome. All right. I usually do myself in the second half, so I'll talk about myself in the second half there. I'll give everybody just a moment. I see 68 people have entered out of 73. That's phenomenal. We, of course, ship globally 70. That's going to be in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1 wheel of fish. Our giveaway for this first round goes to Dagger. Congratulations, Dagger. We're going to get another block of books out to you. I know Dagger's won a few times, and he's probably getting quite a good collection. All right, Brian. You're going to be pulling the books for Dagger, so you're going to pull 6 books. You can give me a number 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or we can just do back to front action. You tell me where to stop, and then you pick the book in the front, the back, or whatever.
All right. Well, in one of the second appearances, let's do the second book from the front and the second book from the back.
All right.
And then we're just going to let it ride. Stop. We'll do the front and back book. Both. Let it ride. Stop.
Both?
Both.
All right.
Everything in 2s.
Ooh. All right.
Oh boy,
Great.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm always curious to see
I always hope
Rob
hope
puts
that
in a
this one makes-
giveaway bin.
First up, we've got. Oops, I'm not big.
Oh, I should have. I failed.
All right. First up, we've got ourselves a Red Sonja variant.
And an
That is
homage to a book.
fantastic. That is fantastic. How is that possible?
A 1 in 10.
Wow.
We've got ourselves a. I think this is an X-Men book here. You got a up crotch shot on Rogue.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are some strategically placed circles.
Yeah, I think this is probably Jay Anacleto, I believe. We've got ourselves a Firestorm Nuclear Man signed by Pat Broderick.
Why wouldn't it be? Jeez, please.
Superman Action Comics 465.
That's a great cover.
Right? Just from the Demon in the Bottle run, Invincible Iron Man 126. A nice classic cover.
That's a good one.
In the direct edition, which is at the time a little less common.
Iron Man showing off his sassy hips there.
And then the final book here, we've got Giant Size Avengers issue number 2. Mantis becomes the Celestial Madonna.
All cool books.
It's a great book. There you go. Congratulations, sir. Get those on out to you. And with that, we will flip this back. We'll put Brian back in the hot seat. We'll get into the second half. Don't run off. We will be doing it. If you're just here for just the free books, don't run away. We will be doing this again later on in the show. But in the interim, to keep you in the mood, Brian's got some more books for you.
All right. So the second half here, I thought it would be a fun little jaunt to go through some different labels. So that's the theme for this. And there is going to be, it's not official, but it's kind of understood that it's in memoriam for CBCS. So I have some of their labels as well. So, but we'll get to those a little bit.
Are you suggesting that they're going away?
Well, it's not looking good. Let's just say it.
I didn't even know they were sick.
PSA acquired them.
Yeah,
Nah.
All right, here's the first book.
Taco Time. Some
okay.
classic video game homage action. I'm assuming this must be is this like a Deadpool book or?
This is a Deadpool book. This is Deadpool number 27. They did a bunch of different covers for this. It's a marriage cover, or sorry, marriage comic. So you'll see.
I thought it was a video game comp.
Yeah, so there's a whole history on this. So this, believe it or not, well, first of all, if you notice, this goes along with the shirt. This has been one of my grails, and you believe it or not, this is exceptionally hard to find. It's a high ratio book. It was one of Matthew Waite's first 8-bit covers. So you'll see a bunch of these now, but this has been on the top 10 cover price when it sells. And if you want some trivia, his first 8-bit cover was on Shadow Man number 7 and Archer and Armstrong number 10, which came out both around in the same month. And then he did another Deadpool cover, Deadpool 11, where he's in like a Super Mario style. And there's a couple of others as well, if you want to go down a rabbit hole of collecting Matthew Waite 8-bit covers.
All right.
So that was my old CGC blue label submission. So this is my old CGC yellow label submission.
Ooh, there we go. Simonson. Beautiful.
There we got it.
So I've always wanted a Walt Simonson sketch cover. I didn't get this done personally. I've wanted to, but every time I would go into a con where he was appearing, there are 2 lines. There's one for sketches, which he does for free, and then there's 1 line for signatures. And they cap the line on the sketches at only a couple or a few a day, and you have to stand
like
there.
max of 10, I think, is
for hours. You have to wait.
Yeah.
And so every time I would go, and even with early access, I was never able to get in line to get one of these, because all the dealers and some of the other people who are supporting dealers would be able to go in, and they'd all be standing in line before the doors opened up. So, but I've always wanted one of these. He's one of my favorites for sure, and really happy to own this one.
That's a great sketch.
Sketch covers are one of been my kind of like fun thing to go for lately. It's just been building up more and more of those, just because they're unique, something different, and it doesn't take up any more storage for me than any other slab. I can't, as much as I love the big pieces like Beckerman's into, but I don't know, storing them just seems like, I don't know, that requires different storage.
I mean, he's got original art behind him. Why aren't you picking on him, Rob?
Well, I just know that when I think of OA, you're one of those guys I think of.
This is my first OA back here, by the way. This is a page from Department of Truth. I got this past year at New York Comic Con. Met Martin Simmons.
Nice. See, and I always think of those pesky Green Lanterns. Nothing. Just nothing. Just no soul.
Yeah. OA. I got you. Yeah. OA.
All right, this is probably a label. This is another CGC label. This is probably one you don't get this label on your show very often, but it is somewhat unique.
Oh yeah, the Conserved label. Nice.
Yeah. This is Conserved for cover cleaned, and if you see this in person, you see why. I mean, the whites and the colors on this are just unreal. And this Galactus has always been one of my favorite characters as well. So the Battle of Thor, with the reaching out this is just one of those classic Kirby type of covers here, with just Galactus reaching out towards Thor. He's obviously multiple times his size. Just a really cool. And
don't pass underneath him.
Right.
Yeah, no. So I take it. It's like super white, like somebody like you obviously chemical cleaned it.
Right. Yeah. So I bought it specifically just because I don't own any Conserved label books. So it was just literally just I had a rule. I set some rules for myself that I didn't want to pay a lot of money for it, and it had to be a Hulk, it had to be an Iron Man, or it had to be a Thor. And so that one just came across the radar and
Fair enough.
Into the collection. All right, you'll appreciate this one. You talk about painted covers a lot, and I apologize ahead of time. I don't have any bubble helmet covers in my collection.
That's it. Then we'll just kick you off the show now. Then,
but this is the closest you're gonna get.
Great Scott!
That is okay. That's a nice looking cover.
Now, what's going on with this label?
So this is a Pedigree label. So this one's a really interesting one. I'm not going to tell you what to do about it, but it's a cool label.
Well, I mean, which Pedigree is this one from?
So this is a mass copy, is what they call it. So there's a whole bunch of Pedigrees out there, but this just happens to be
so Pedigrees are for, I see Wellbore asking the question. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, Pedigrees are recognized collections, significant collections, typically books that were held by one collector, all typically of high grade and significance. And so when those collections become available or other reasons that they may recognize it, they'll get this special. They used to get just a name on a blue label, but now I think I have one somewhere that's a Pedigree that is on the old blue label, just says X and X, collection. But this is the new label that they did to make them stand out, and people get really excited about it. It's kind of cool.
mean, you would think that this one will be clean too, with how white the whites are on this.
That
book.
is a mighty white back for that book. I don't think I've seen that ad in that white before.
Yeah, I know. It's so
But
like
maybe it's because it's the magazine.
from 1978. Yeah, it's a magazine size slab too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't own very many magazine slabs. This is one of them.
They require a whole nother box.
Yeah, they're massive. I mean, it's a huge comic. But I mean, I haven't found a really reliable way to properly protect magazine comics. Even with top loaders, it just doesn't. They don't seem to fit properly. They flop around in there. You need a special bag and board, but it's tough to get like really thick bags and boards to kind of really protect them. They get damaged easily because they're on that cheap paper. So I haven't found a really good, reliable way to protect them. So slabbing it just made a whole lot of sense.
That's a beautiful cover.
All right, moving on to the In Memoriam section. We'll start off with a really old label.
Ooh.
CBCS.
Yeah, the printed with the almost like perforated cover label that they just tear off the sheet of labels.
Yeah, it's like perforated, but it's like a bullet hole kind of design too. Or a bulleted design.
Yeah, it was not a
really
good label.
Classic. Yeah,
it's definitely dated.
Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Another
Good
one of
book,
these.
though.
Yeah, great book. I mean, another one of these that, if I get a chance to meet Jim Starlin again, I would probably get him to sign this book too.
He's actually coming to my local con here in Kansas City next month, along with Paul Dini. I'm looking; those are two of the guys.
Paul Dini, really?
So cool.
I thought he was all done making any appearances anymore. That's what he announced.
He's back.
Just like any musician, they'll all lie to you. This will be my last time. Quick, come on out and see me for the last time. Next
the Rolling
year
Stones 32nd annual retirement tour.
Put their signature prices up, those kind of things.
Yeah, this is now that at this time, this will be the last time. Until next time. Yeah.
I did hear rumor. Well, anyway, so I liked this. This was just one of those really cool books for Jim Starlin. He's one of my favorite writers, but obviously wrote that epic run in there.
Well, yeah, Ozzy finally stuck to his retirement. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so this is another old CBCS label.
Oh wow,
the infamous reddish pink signature series or signature verified.
Yeah, that's their verified
label. Yeah,
back when they first started verifying.
At least it goes with that book, actually, though.
It does. I don't think I'm really ever going to be able to do anything with this if I can't. I mean, it's tough to even decide whether I want to get CBCS to reholder because it looks so good. But if I sent this to CGC, it would get qualified because there's a sticker.
No,
on here.
You could. Oh, there's a sticker on the book.
Yeah, it's a verification sticker. You can actually. It's got a serial number and everything because it's a stand signature. And so, yeah.
And
look it up. It still resolves.
I have books that I had sent into CGC that had similar things, like either on the inside of the cover or whatever else, and then they got poo-pooed and see it somewhere else. But this one is good. This is one of the few books, because of the coloring on the cover, I don't think I would change it. The label suits it very well.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just this flimsy. Oh, it's tough.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, and so I had a little. I've always wanted to have a stand signature. This is my third attempt. I had two previous books that I got. There were some of my favorites that he had signed, and then I sent them in to get verified, and they failed. So I would not recommend buying stand books unless they're
unless they're already done.
Dang.
Unless you're sure, because
I'll tell you. In case that one gets misplaced or whatever, at Comics Curing Cancer this year, we will have a CGC witnessed signature book signed by Stan Lee.
Ooh,
that'd be fun. All right, this is one of the newer labels for CBCS, and this is unique because it's the only one of these that I have in my collection.
99.
Oh
my God! What the?
No freaking way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's tough to get 9.9s, as everybody knows. To get 9.9 on a book,
Especially
that
from
you love.
CBCS.
Yeah, that too. I don't see very many 9.9 CBCXs almost at all. And I don't know why the manufactured scarcity. Like, there's a lot. I mean, I watch enough YouTube live streams to know that there are some very reliable graders, pressers, cleaners that send in books that are perfect and immaculate and still come back a 98.
So, in theory, right? At least in the case of CGC, the way it was described once was a 10.0 is free of all manufacturing and handling issues as well. So it is not just like the cleanest book you've seen. It should be a perfectly pristine nothing. A 9.8 book is a normal top tier production book. It's going to have, just from this, there are things that happen to the paper or whatever from the fact of manufacturing it through the machinery and from handling, shipping and such. A 9.9 should have an absence of some of those defects type things. That's why it's really a weird grade, because it's so subjective, because they're, at least with CGC, they're looking for mysterious plus attributes to add to a book beyond what should be a normal book.
Like, can it fly?
Yeah, some other graders, they just started at 10 and start taking defects off the book, against it. So you're more likely to get 9.9s and such. It's just really bizarre. I don't know CBCS how exactly they do it. I've never heard them explain, because they do have their own interpretation of the grading system. But the rumor has always had it that theirs was based off of how CGC does it. Anyways, my last CBCS submission, which is their newer label. It's a newer yellow label. It's this one. Ooh, that's a nice bigger size book too.
Where's the SIG?
There's two of them.
There's two signatures. It's Cami Garcia and Mika Swyan.
Okay.
This book came out right when I was getting back into collecting and reading again.
Nice.
And I remember picking up this book at my local shop, and I loved the art and the writing in the series. It's just a really fresh take on Harley as a character. Really recommend if someone wants to see her not as like the homicidal kind of character that she has. Well, not homicidal anymore, but one of that kind of whole run there. It's a different take on it, and recommend reading.
Yeah, it's kind of like this whole origin. A different origin story.
Yeah, but it's very dark. It's definitely a horror kind of comic. So be ready that if you read this, that there's going to be some shocking imagery in it. But it is an amazing read.
Yeah. Sort of. Why did he get kicked out of an Uber?
No, Darby. When he's not setting his brother on fire, he's quite the character.
All right. So moving on to the company that actually I think started the decline or death of CBCS.
Hey,
you know that guy at all, Becker?
I do. That's my pizza guy. Scotty's great. Pizza. I love that cover. I actually don't have that cover.
It's a great book, great cover. I've always wanted to own a copy of this. In fact, I did meet Scotty Young, and had him sign a copy of this for me. So I do have an unslabbed copy of this in my collection.
Nice.
But this one was really interesting. So it's got a number of things going for it. So first of all, it's the new PSA slab label, whatever. But this was also one of the first times that they decided to grade signatures. So I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it says Auto 10. So they actually graded Scotty Young's signature as part of the grading for this particular comic.
Like JSA will do if you pay them extra.
Okay.
Yeah. So it made it really unique. There's another version of this particular cover where he's actually shooting the plungers out the other direction. They kind of go together. It's just a really cool idea for a comic.
So PSA doesn't do any kind of label differential for the signature as far as color goes. It's just all one
color. Yeah, there. Like,
they sure are selling me on this.
You could go down a very long rabbit hole for PSA. If you want any of the commentary about it, I've had an experience setting.
This is all I need right here. I'm with Mr. Comics 89 here. PSA should just stick to grading cards. I've seen better looking stuff at the dump. Yeah.
It's not a very attractive comic label. It works with certain comics with red in them. It looks great, but but it's very plain, very just not like very.
I mean, I get if you want to argue that it's about the comic and not about the label, but the label shouldn't also look like shit. I'm just saying, just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm just a fat man with that opinion.
Yeah. They had a lot of time to develop the whole thing with this, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really any better than any of the other comic. I don't want to get slammed by some of the other creators who were one of some of the initial senders in for the PSA submission process and stuff, but wasn't it just like, I had to send a book back to them to be reholdered because it was like an S bend on the inside of the slab. There's been Newton rings on it. They shake around in there. You're at the mercy of PSA's entire operation. So if you send to PSA, it goes into the same shipment and receiving area as the cards. And so it's taking them a month or more just to open your box. So
I have to agree with, I can separate the two. I hear nothing but great things about their slab, the actual case itself, and that's fine. But the whole thing, the label, unfortunately, is what kills it for me, and that's part of the thing. And it's ironic because I know I used to rail against people who said that about CBCS all the time about their label, and I said, really, you guys get all bent about the label? But here I am getting bent on the label. Look, I agree. I am full of all kinds of I can't even think of the right word. Let's just get back to some more slabs.
He's full of something, folks. We just haven't figured out what yet.
Don't have one, but it seems better than PGX or EGX or whatever. Yeah. I mean, those slabs are, they're plastic.
Just leave it. Leave it there. All right. So this is the book that I bought. For all of our Canadian viewers, but in particular, Chris, this literally arrived today because I made a last-second decision to buy a book.
So you made a rush to get a book to impress Chris, who once again canceled his appearance here today.
Yeah. So this is a Canadian price variant, if you can see.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I love it.
It's all right. TM Nerdy's here for you. He says Canada.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I don't own any books that are Canadian price variant. So it was like a realization. This is the newer CGC blue label, but it's also a Canadian price variant. So I figured it was a kind of a nice little label to put into that theme. But again, Walt Simonson. Oh man, he's taking a beating. This is the first appearance of Stormbreaker for that Beta Ray Bill's weapon, but also Stormbreaker appears in movies, of course. But, wonderful run by Walt Simonson. And the Beta Ray Bill character is one of my favorites.
Nice. Knucking Futz would like you to read the bottom left label, please. Is there a bottom left label? How about that top right? Is there anything on the top right?
Well, it says Beta Ray. Go ahead.
Never. I maybe he meant the left side of the label.
The bottom left side, yeah. So
bottom left.
Yeah, it says Beta Ray Bill appearance, 75-cent cover price.
There we go.
But again, it doesn't mention Stormbreaker. I don't know where CGC comes up with some of their stuff. But.
Sometimes it's not that big of a deal. But
all right. This is a book for Mark, but he will never own it.
Because it's yours.
Because it's mine.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Mark will probably tell you that he's probably got 5 or 6 of them. So, but because I know I've seen
he's got more than that from what I understand.
Well, no, I mean even signed. I've seen him.
Signed too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So a little story behind this. This is my childhood copy. I was absolutely shocked that this came back a 9.8. I couldn't believe it. The bag and board, you should have seen the bag. It was yellowed and it was that thicker poly. It was just it's awful. And I had it stuck in the back of one of my old comic long boxes, and I kept it. And then I saw that Bart Sears was going to be at the Baltimore Comic Con last year, and I got a chance to meet him, talk to him, say, hey, this is my childhood copy. Got it witnessed, got it graded. And here we are today. One of my it's never going to leave my collection. It's there's no
certified banger.
So you didn't have it pressed or anything. You just went from childhood to present day, and you kept it 9.8.
Yeah, I if my parents knew what was in this book before when I was that age and I was reading this, they probably would have torn it in half and thrown it away. It's like extraordinarily violent, but it was like this really gimmicky raised embossed cover, but with this really shiny kind of really cool little cutout in the middle.
Gimmicky? How dare you? All right, we got time for one more.
I got two more, if that's okay. I'm just about.
Let's do it quick.
All right, quick. I'll do quick here. So the first one is qualified label, and I thought it really worked well with the character.
There we go, banger.
It's not a set.
Slow down.
I mean, if you're gonna get a qualified label that is for a pinup that's not part of the story, it doesn't affect the story in the book, and it's going to be on a book.
One of the two books.
This is one of the two books you should get it for,
and both of them, ironically, are 181.
There you go. There you go. Missing a marble value stamp. I mean,
yeah,
seriously,
exactly.
But yeah, total grail. Again, favorite character of mine. As I said, it just everything really just kind of worked with this book. I know this has been on the show many times. It's okay, but and most people frown on qualified labels, which is unfortunate because you can get that book for a significant reduction in price if you buy a green label compared to the blue.
You know, I think it's really easy to get caught up in that when it just says green means value. Because if you are, like you said, if you're buying it for the cover art and you're not going to be cracking it open to read it, is there any difference between that green label book that you have there and mine with a blue label? Yeah, hundreds of dollars. But if you're just looking at getting it for how it looks, then that's all that matters. Then you're good.
And I'm going to pick my last book to close. This is for all of our UK viewers, but it's another book that if you you're going to get people doing this, turn up their nose at it. But it was, again, one of those books I just kind of had. I had to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
smoke if you got them.
So for so many reasons, I wanted to want this book in my collection. So I had a rule 1 to 6. I was never going to own 1. 2 is just pretty much out of reach. But even number 2 and a 1.0 is tough to find. But what was really cool about this one, so it's color touch, a small amount of color touch on the cover, which you can't even see. It makes it a restored label, but it's a 4.0, which is a respectable grade for a comic in this age. But it's also a UK price variant. So if you look
banger
here, it says 9D, and I had to research this. What does 9D mean? Because I thought I knew all the different parts of UK currency, but D was a penny. So this is a nine penny
pence.
book.
Yeah.
So
would you please read the right side of this label for us?
It says first appearance of the Teen Brigade.
Teen Brigade, the group responsible for forming the Avengers.
It's also another cool thing. There's a whole history. I know we're out of time, but I'll just throw it out there if anyone wants to go down a rabbit hole. There's a whole history behind his purple pants. But this is the purple Speedo version of it, for what it's worth. But again, matches perfectly with a purple label to have Hulk with purple on the purple. So all of this kind of stuff kind of goes kind of goes towards this book, but it was the last before it switched to the Tales to Astonish run and then rejoined at 102. So one of those very early, fun, classic Hulk runs.
Well, that was fun. Some great labels, different labels. I think you are missing at least one. You need to get yourself the CGC red label.
I don't know what that is.
So and you're also missing actually the CGC, the original CGC blue label. So when CGC first started, there's a blue label that looks like it's just kind of like a sticker on it. So it's really ugly looking, but they differentiated the modern books from the regular books, from the older books, and the modern books that were like I think it was like 1980-ish and newer, they got a red label and instead of the blue label, and eventually that would go away. It was just blue as the universal for all universal book graded books, but the very early ones, they're red. I have one in my collection somewhere, but now give you something to go track down there.
Rob, you have cost me so much money. I thank you so much.
I'm happy to do my job, guys. But you know what's great about this? This is fun, and that, like, I think it's good to call out some of these other labels there and show folks. Look, it's not about. We talk about collecting what you want and what you love and what you like. It's not about, we talk about values only because these books cost us money and stuff. And there are people who buy them as investments, but for most of us, they're collections, and we really ultimately don't care for the most part until it's time for us to, in case we go to move one, buy it or sell it. Most of us really don't care about the values and such, and what they're doing. So it's really easy to let yourself know, hey, don't overspend for your collection. Stay in your budget. Buy what you love and do so responsibly. If that means that you're getting a green label, you're getting a purple label, whatever, it doesn't mean that you love that book any less. So that's awesome.
Better words not spoken.
All right, let's throw up that hashtag there. We're going to do hashtag OnlySlabs. This will be your chance for another set of pulls from the box in the interim. While that's going on, I'll let you know, coming up here on the Fat Stacks YouTube channel, well, 3 times a week I release content. Mondays we do new hauls. This Monday, the stack of books I unbox. Geez, they've been collecting up, and we got multiple slabs. We've got multiple variants. And for those of you like the DVH, I'm going to let you know there's a whole heck of a lot of new Transformers variants because I have a problem. And the current Transformers run is a major problem for me. I jokingly even let it know that they're coming up on issue 30, Beckerman, and I'm going to complete with issue 30. We'll close out my second short box
of Transformers,
of just this run of Transformers.
So you're just getting all the variants.
Oh, I wish I could get them all. I'm getting a lot of them, that's for sure.
Jeez Louise, man.
Anyway, so those will be popping up on Monday. Some really cool slabs, including a Bruce Timm slab in the collection, added to the collection on Monday. Thursday, of course, is the day I go through with only my slabs. We sit down and expose 12 slabs from my graded comic book collection. Last week was on Thursday was a whole ton of mystery and space books. This coming week will be a bunch of amazing Spider-Man books on the run there. And then Saturday, we sit down with a guest, and usually it's myself and the comic vet. We sit down with a guest. We'll be on at a special time. Please mark your calendar. I have, unfortunately, an event that starts at 11:30 Pacific time, so I won't be able to do the show at the regular time. We will be on at it's 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, Australia. I know that you might have to watch it on the rewind. But we'll be on with the great one, Dr. Von Hoot, as he joins us here on for a very special time there on OnlySlabs. So, yeah, check out
and
that
an
time.
Actual doctor.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but he's also a luchador.
Okay. Well, is his doctorate in thugonomics?
It could be. We'll have to ask him next week. Let's see. I also need to make sure we call out all the Goon Squad members supporting the channel at the highest level. Dale of Suspense, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Legion of Comics, Stevens with a C, Justin Birch, Letters, The Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Collecting with Durs, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Deadman, Comic Cover Show, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, Timo Hanna, still only 35 cents, Cliff on Comics, Bearded Comic Bro, Never Could Figure It Out, Daymares, The Adventurous Joe, Valenrook, Jay Knows the Way, Ronnie Johnson, Comics on the Edge, Omnibo, Silver Eagles, Coins and Comics, Kingdom of Nerds, Sal's Comics Corner, Johnny's Comic Stuff, and Claire Prescott. Thank you for supporting Comics Curing, supporting Comics Curing Cancer and being a channel member at that highest Goon Squad level. Thank you everybody who became a member either by yourself, like Raging Cajun Comics, or all. Congratulations to all 70 new members today. Thanks to the generosity of Still Only 35 Cents and Kingdom of Nerds. With that, I see we've got a whole heap of people watch. So in 3, in 2, in 1, round and around and around she goes, and where she stops, anyway. Here she goes. The winner of this second pools is I Like Donuts. Great. Do me a favor. Reach out to me on Instagram at robs.fatstacks or at email at robs.fatstacks@gmail.com. Get me your address so I can ship these books out to you. Becker, go ahead and make me big.
I will. Probably.
There you go. If you would be so kind, you're going to be pulling the books for I Like Donuts. So go ahead and let us know here. We're going 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or back to front.
Well, since I was Slick Jolly's second choice to be the co-host for this show today.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I didn't say that.
I would go 2 from the back.
Okay.
Second from the front. And we'll do some back and forth and.
Ooh, goodness.
And stop.
These
Both. 2? Yep. Stop.
Both?
Yep, both. Both. Ooh, there was a note on one of them.
If anything, Beckerman, I feel very special because I rarely see you on here.
Yeah, here I am.
The luck to draw you as the co-host.
Here we are.
Ooh, DVH, that's a good point. What did get cut from the wall of Swamp Thing, Rob?
Oh, we took down the Master of Kung Fu.
Okay.
Yeah. We decided it had to be a Marvel book. It had to come down to make things. I've actually decided I'm going to be changing up the wall here shortly. I'm going to move my... I now have enough Comics Curing Cancer books to fill up a full 10 rows. So my Comics Curing Cancer are going to go up to my very top row where you guys can't see them. And I'm going to shift stuff down. So my Golden Age books are going to fill up this row that's visible on camera. And then we'll silver and bronze at the bottom there. So that's what's going to be coming up soon. I decided I'm going to make that change. First up, we've got Ultimate Endgame #1. This comes with a DC Walmart pack. So you're going to get a DC Walmart pack along with this book. Who knows what you could get in that DC Walmart pack, but you're going to guarantee to get at least 3 new books. Super Pro first issue featuring Spider-Man.
Banger.
As approved by the Bearded Comic Bro. Some Submariner issue number 41.
Beautiful.
The rock that walks like a man. I didn't know that was an early Rock appearance. I think his last name is Johnson. Captain America 360, first appearance of Crossbones.
Now, Rob, you doesn't have to call him Johnson.
But he wants to.
Are you old enough to remember that?
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Oh.
The
Hey!
Defenders. Yeah, look at number 28. First appearance of Starhawk.
Starhawk, the one who knows.
And in the last book, whew, hefty. This is a metal cover. This is the Cult of Dracula metal cover.
Wow. Jeez Louise, it's shiny.
Yeah. Full metal cover. As a hefty book. Between this and the Walmart pack, man, it's going to be I better ship this flat rate because it's going to be a hefty stack going out. I Like Donuts. Congratulations. That's going on out to you. Thank you guys all for coming on and joining us. Big shout out to our guest, Slick Jolly. Make sure you click the link down below. Give him a follow on Instagram. Give Beckerman a follow on Instagram. We appreciate that as well. You can check him out hanging out with Scotty Young and all the other cool kids. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you can check the internet. It's there. But more importantly, you'll find him walking the streets.
Walking? That doesn't sound like me at all.
At Planet Comics.
Planet Comic-Con, yes. I will be
Planet
there.
Comic-Con. Beckerman will be there. You can see him in person along with a slew of great celebrities.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Again, remember, next week we're on at a special time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern with Dr. Von Hoot. Until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.